morning class. We were discussing the lesson about the social reforms and the different kinds of movements out. So in this class out, the lesson number 19, social and the religious reform movements. In this regard, we have been so about the Christianity, the various aspects, what they were dealing about, how importance they gave about the religion, different types of social reformers, basically the religious reformers, what contributions they have been done, what type of organizations. So all we have been discussed. Still few furthermore, the different kinds of religious, the social reformers will be going to get discussed in detail about the others. So lesson number 19. Social and religious reform movements. And social and religious reform movements. So in this regard about this lesson, we have been told about the Christian missionaries, this Oriental scholars, what they have been done, introduction of the printing press. Later on, we are in the previous class we have been discussed about the formation of the Brahma Samaj by Raja Ram Mohan Rai, and who has been further continued this Brahma Samaj in different parts of the country. One came into together one organization. Later it got separated because the ideas of this Brahma Samaj by different religious scholars were not being coming together. Their ideas, there has been also the different kinds of differences between one religious leader to the other religious reformers. So due to that one, this Brahma Samaj organization has been broke into the different parts in different places with different the social reformers. So in that regard, we have been told about Raja Ram Mohan Roy, then Kandakuri Vireshwar in the south region of India, then Ramakrishna Paramahansa, after that Keshav Chandra Sen has been influenced by his teachings, and at the same time Swami Vivekananda has also been influenced by Ramakrishna's teachings. So in that regard, he had been set up this Ramakrishna mission, where imparting giving education, then establishment of the hospitals, helping the servicing to the poor people. So in this regard, all the aspects has been done by the Swami Vivekananda. Now in the other aspect, we will be going to have a look on Arya Samaj in Punjab that has been set up by Swami Dayanand Saraswati. So the one more social reformer, Swami Dayanand Saraswati, he has been set up, he has been established the organization name as Arya Samaj, that was in the Punjab place, North India. So other social reformer, so first we can go with the religious reformer. Swami Dayanand Saraswati. Swami Dayanand Saraswati. So this Swami Dayanand Saraswati, he was being born in the year 1824 and expired in the year 1883. And he has been formed this Arya Samaj, he has been in Punjab. So Swami Dayananda Saraswati, year of born 1824 and year of died 1883, was a social reformer who rejected the orthodox ritualistic Hinduism and became wandering sannyasi. So he was born in the year 1824 and he has been expired in the year 1883. He has been completely rejected the Hinduism, the orthodoxy. In the previous class we have been said orthodoxy, it has been going to relate with a strict follow of the rules and regulations in the aspect of the religion. So he rejected this one orthodoxy of the Hinduism religion and he became a wandering sannyasi. Wandering, moving from one place to the place for the search of the truth, to get the answer to the questions what it has been getting in the mind, and he became a sannyasi. This is basically the same person who is been not stated by one particular place. So what he had been done here, first thing he has been, as I have been said, he is a social reformer. Then next he has been rejected the orthodoxy, rejected Hinduism orthodoxy. Then he became a wandering saint. Next, he had been studied Vedas. Vedas already we know about. There are four types of Vedas: Rig Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda, and this Yama Veda. So these are the four different types of Vedas, and this Vedas he has been studied about the Vedic aspects related towards the Hinduism religion. Next, and was convinced that they contain the true religion and he rejected all later additions to Hindu religion like many gods and goddesses, idol and temple worship, Brahmic priesthood and caste system. So what he had done, he has been completely rejected all these worshipping types like god, goddesses, deity, temple, priest, caste system. All he has been rejected, and at the same time he has been content what is the essence, what is the mean of true religion. The mean of the true religion, what it means is helping the need of person without any discrimination or being highlighting the way of worshipping. So like some people in the temples they will show the little elaborations of worshipping, like performing the yajnas according to this Vedas. So all this the extra addition towards the main religion that has been rejected by this Saraswati. He advocated with the worship of one supreme God through simple rituals and recitation of Vedic mantras. So what he has been said out here, he rejected completely these aspects. At the same time, what he has been said about advocated worshipping of one God. Advocated means giving importance, worship of one supreme God. Advocated worship of one supreme God through Vedic mantras. So what he has been said here, Dayanand Saraswati, this Dayanand Saraswati he has been giving as he had been studied about the Vedas. So in this Vedas it consists of different kinds of hymns that has been composed by rishis, all this. So to worship the God one individually, the person need to go with the recite the Vedic mantras, like hymns or the paragraphs or the sentences according to that the way of ritual worshipping. So on that basis you need to go with this Vedic mantras in the form of the worshipping aspect. He rejected all other religions as false religions and wanted Hindus who had converted to other religions to return to Hinduism based to the Vedas. According to the Saraswati also, the Dayananda Saraswati, he has been considering the Hinduism is basically the important religion. At the same time, the other religions which have been false religions, like other religions except the Hinduism, the other religions are false religions, and those who have been converted to other religions, he has been inviting that people to get back into their religion according to the Vedic, which has been based on the Vedas, the Hinduism. So he set up Arya Samaj in 1875 to preach his ideas, and also wrote a book called Satyartha Prakash, which was printed in large numbers and read widely by the educated classes. So due to that one, this Saraswati in the year in 1875 set up Arya Samaj. So his ideas about his Vedas, worshipping the Hinduism religion, rejecting the different types of ways of worshipping. So all these ideas ideas for the people. So what he had been done in the year 1875, he had been set up an organization that has been called as Arya Samaj, and also he wrote a book. The book called, the name is, so wrote a book that is Satyartha. Satyartha Prakash. So this is what the book that has been written down is by the social reformer is Satyartha Prakash, which has been started printing in very large number, and that is being started to read by the educated classes. So after his death in 1883, his followers in Punjab set up the Dayananda Anglo-Vedic school to educate children in modern subjects, at the same time keep in touch with their religion and culture. So after his death of this in the year 1885, basically after death, what they did, his followers in Punjab, means basically northern parts of India, his followers, what they did, they set up one more instead of this Arya Samaj, this his followers in Punjab, they have been set up one more organization, like that the organization is Dayananda Anglo-Indian Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School, DAV. This Dayanand Anglo-Vedic School that has been set up by his social reformer followers in Punjab West. So what they were doing, they were also in that school, they were teaching about the modern subjects according to the technology, according to the new variations, that modern subjects they also been started teaching. Along with that one, they also been giving importance to their individuals' religious ideas. Some years later, there were differences within the Arya Samaj movement. Some people felt that they should only focus on teaching Vedic religion, not modern subjects, and counter the influence of other religions. They set up Gurukul Kankini University in Haridwar. So what happens here in this Anglo-Vedic school? This again the differences started between this Arya Samaj formations of people, then this school. So they have been like your discussions, differences has been arose in regard with they should teach only the Vedic aspect as of Saraswati, what has been said about, instead of going and teaching the modern subjects. So that in all the cases the differences has been arose. So due to that one, they have been set up with the differences it has been arose. They the counter influence of the other religions. So because of that reason, they set up Gurukul Kankini University in Haridwar. Haridwar again they have been in this one northern parts of India. Set up Gurukul Kankini University in Haridwar. So here with these differences has been arose between Arya Samaj and this Dayanand Anglo-Vedic school. Because of that reason, they had been set up this Gurukul Kankini University in Haridwar. So here they have been given the two in-box questions related out. So what are these two in-box questions have been here? Compare the religious views of Raja Rammohun Roy, Vivekananda and Dayananda and point out the similarities and differences among them. Second one, if you had to choose between DAV school and Gurukul school and a government private school, which one would you prefer to go and why? So this in first in-box questions according to that. Now this we have to saw Swami Dayananda Saraswati, then Swami Vivekananda, then at the same time Raja Rammohun Roy. With these three social reformers, what are the similarities we have been find out and what are the differences between these three social reformers? Second question, if you are going to need to join in a school like this DAV school, Dayanand Anglo-Vedic school or one we have been kept discussed till now. This is about Swami Dayananda Saraswati, about his. Then next is these two inbox questions which we were having discussed. Now reforms in education among the Muslims. So till now we have been told about the different kinds of social reformers in the Hinduism aspect. Now the other the religious, or we can say the social reformer, we'll be going to have a look on Islam, religion, what it is mean, get done. So now religious and social reform in the Islam religion. So what is here? Reform and education among Muslims. So now in this, we have been told about the in the Hinduism religion, there are different kinds of social reformers. We have been discussed like more than five. We have been discussed like first we have been done seeing about the Christianity. Now we have been told about the Hinduism religion. Now in that other religion about the Islam, Muslims. So in this regard, in the Islam, basically Muslims means it goes with the religion of Islam. So in this Islam about the Muslims, who are the social reformers, what contribution they did out, what are the aspects, the religious aspect, the people they were facing. So in detail about the Islam in that religion. Just as the reformist Hindus had to struggle against the orthodox practices, so too reformist Muslims have to struggle against their orthodox religious practices. The suppression of the revolt of 1857 had created a lot of bitterness between Muslims and the Britishers. Most Maoris were opposed to English education as they felt that the teachings of the modern science and philosophy were contrary to Islamic tenets. So what happened here, getting these things out, we have been thought about this 1857 revolt. So it was after 1857 revolt. So after this 1857 revolt, everyone knows about what happened in this 1857 revolt. So revolt between by the Indian soldiers to for the Britishers. The main aspect, like using of the animal fat, all this we have been know about this 1857 revolt. I need not go in detail about this 1857 revolt. You have been know about the revolt, what has been happened, what is the main cause, who has been done. So because of that, the reason among the Muslims, they had a very bitterness to the Britishers because they had been got the religious sentiments, the one aspect. Here, because of this revolt of 1857, they had the reforms in this aspect. Bitterness for British, the very first aspect for the Britishers because of this 1857 revolt. So because of this 1857 revolt, the Muslims has a complete bitterness among the Britishers. Then at the same time, they had been also rejected the opposed English education. Opposed English education. So what is here the English education it going to deal with? English education means basically the Britishers establishment of the Christianity, these missionary schools. And at the same time, they will also not be like what are the modern science, the modern subjects, philosophy, what you have been going to teach, that is being completely contrary to the Islamic tenets, Islamic rules and regulations, that will be completely against with the people they have been following up. However, many Muslims like Sir Syed Ahmad Khan 1817 to 1898 bitterness between Muslims and the British must end. So here these bitterness, opposition, all among the Muslims for that regard, there is a one social reformer has been came into existence. So that social reformer was Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. Sir Syed Ahmad Khan. So this one type, the social reformer in the Islam really, this basically, the social reformer has been came into existence. So he was been born in the year 1817 and he has been expired in the year 1898. This is the born period and this is the tenure of end. So what he had done, the main aim of this Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he wanted to end the bitterness. End the bitterness between Muslims and Britishers. Between Muslims and Britishers. First of it, Muslims should be participating in government and get larger share in government jobs. This was possible only through the modern education. Sir Syed tried to modernize Muslim community and propagate his ideas through his writings in journals. So what he did, he wanted the Muslims to participate in government jobs, participate in government and to get government jobs. This one more aspect, and the other is he wanted his writings has been came in journals. His writings, whatever his ideas, all the aspects of the writing came towards the journal to educate the people. Such started the Aligarh movement for spread of the modern education and social reforms among the Muslims. So what he had been done, this Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, he had been started a movement, like one type of organization. That movement is being known as Aligarh movement. So what is the aim of this movement? He wants the spread of modern education. Spread of modern education. So modern education means here what has been happening out in the present scenario, present aspect. He was in favor of women's education and the abolition of Parda system. Next step, favor of means wanted to educate women education and girls education. And establishment of this Parda system, like covering of the entire. He wanted to interpret the Islam and the bridge gap between religion, modern science and philosophy. In 1864, Sir Syed promoted a scientific society which translated many scientific works into Urdu and published them. His greatest achievement was establishment of the Muhammadan Anglo-Oriental College at Aligarh in 1875. So here what he has been done the aspect, he this person has been, he wanted to complete the gap between the philosophy, modern education and the Islamic part. So what he had been done, he had been established in 1875. In 1875 he has been established this one, Muhammadan Anglo-Oriental School. Muhammadan Anglo Oriental, this MAO college in Aligarh. This college has been set up. It's not to teach English and science, but in an Islamic atmosphere. In course of time, this became most important educational institutions for among Indian Muslims. So he was in this college in Aligarh University out. He started imparting the modern sciences education, but at the same time in Islam Islamic way, not like the mean going to Christianity or then through the English medium of instruction. Nothing has been happening that way. This modern education along with the Islamic aspect. So definitely, of course, in that period of time of 80s period of time, it has been became one of the famous educational institutions among the Muslims. It later developed into a Aligarh Muslim University. So here, after this one, later on, the name has been changed. So that name has been changed, came into known as Aligarh Muslim University. AMU. So later on, this has been done. You may notice that both DAV means Diamond Anglo-Vedic School and MAO Mohammedan Anglo-Oriented institutions through teachings their respective religions updated their respective communities in knowledge suitable to the changed needs. So here what we have been saw in the same aspect, they wanted the education also. So Ahmed Khan along with the religious aspect giving imparting the importance of the modernization, the subjects, the teachings, all this has been done. So here are 4 inbox questions which has been given. You may have noticed that all the reformers try to reinterpret the ancient religious books in order to defend their reformist ideas. So all the religious ideas, what it is in there, they had been basically reinterpreted. Means they had been re-studied about their religious ideas, what it is, how it is, what is the basic aspect. All this they have been done. Second question: why do you think there was a bitterness between Muslims and the British after 1857? So why this bitterness has been happened? We know the reason about this 1857 revolt. Third question: do you see any similarity between DAV schools and MAO colleges? So here this MAO, this college, and DAV school. Any differences or any similarities between these two educational institutions? Last one: do you find any religious ideas advocated by our social reformers which was not part of the Bhakti movement? So until now what we have been discussing about social reformers, is it related with the Bhakti movement or not? So this is what about the different kinds of social reformers according to the religious aspects we have been saw. In tomorrow's class we will be going to have a look on the social reformers, especially it is been going to go with the women education about related towards the women now. So till now we have been taught about the religious reformers. In next